Hello, welcome to Access. I'm Rob. Joining us is Nath.
Hello.
This is Tennis World Tour, Nath. 5 things we've had confirmed about Tennis World Tour after I've now played it. This is my capture.
Was that your fault?
Yeah, that was my fault.
Oh, no.
Lots of things you'll see in this video are my fault. This is obviously not representative of final quality.
It says that, I can see.
It does say it's a pre-beta build of the game.
A preta.
A preta. That's a real word now. We've been able to capture it, which is cool. The first thing is there's a big roster of real-life players in the game, which is cool. Not every player, unfortunately, because unlike football games where you can negotiate with a big governing body like FIFA and then get the likenesses and rights to everyone within that governing body, all tennis players individually own their own image rights, so it's quite a complicated thing to get everyone in the game.
They have Roger Federer, though.
They've got Roger Federer.
At the moment, he's the only tennis player. He's the only one still alive.
That's all right, isn't it? They've got Federer. They've got Caroline Wozniacki, so they've got both world number ones.
Okay.
Which is cool.
I like that you're playing as Federer as well. Taking it easy there,
Why would I not play as Federer? He's my favourite player and he's the best. They've also got Milos Raonic is in the game, Grigor Dimitrov. They've got Angelique Kerber, Muguruza. I'm probably pronouncing that really badly. John Isner, Nick Kyrgios, Monfils. Obviously, I'm playing against Monfils here. What's his name? The cool up-and-coming British man who I've just completely forgotten. Carl Edmund is in the game.
The one who got to the semis of
got to the semis
Australian?
of the Australian. And also Hyun Chun, Korean, who also got to the semis of the Australian. Nice. So there's quite a cool list of pros in there.
They must have been really, because they've already done that deal, they must have been really pleased when Carl Edmonds did well. Yes!
I think they're trying to add more as well, but none of that's confirmed yet. So there are some good pros in there, Federer obviously being the main one.
Nice.
The second thing we've had confirmed, and this is a really important thing for in terms of the gameplay that I felt was the use of skill cards. You probably see them a bit in this gameplay whenever you're starting a point, and they kind of represent the mental toughness of tennis, which I think is really hard to replicate in a game, because quite a lot of the time when I was playing Top Spin 4, I was a really big fan of Top Spin 4, but you get to a point where you play it so much, you're so good at it that no match against the AI becomes a challenge anymore. I was winning just like 6-1, 6-love, 6-love just all the time. I think I got to a point where I won 10 Grand Slams in a row in career mode. I just never lost. And I mean, you can't take control away from the player, but to kind of give that mental side of the game, I think is really important. So basically, each player will have their own set of like skill cards that activate when certain situations are triggered. So for instance, if you're up a break point or maybe down a break point, or you've got a set point or a match point, or you've had your serve broken, different things will trigger that allow you to be, I don't know, more accurate. You can see in the bottom left corner next to Federer's name there, he's got 3 activated there, I think. So basically what this means is, I think the AI is really good as well. You can see Monfils is beating me 3-1 here, and this is just amateur difficulty. He was really, really good. When you're up against Monfils, he suddenly kind of rallies and starts hitting it really aggressively and really hard. And it kind of affects your mental state as well. It kind of really effectively replicates the pressure you're under in those situations in real tennis. So when your opponent really starts being aggressive, you have to change your game, which kind of forces you into mistakes sometimes as well.
Do you know what this makes me... Sorry, what this reminds me of is in FIFA, everyone says, for years and years, they were like, there's a momentum system, there's like a cheat system, and there isn't. And like you speak to developers, they say, all we're doing is replicating match situations, and then people's own mental state takes over. So I quite like that the game does have these kind of inbuilt advantages, and then that is going to play on your own mind more.
And it's just, I mean, I lost, this is a set here, I won 6-3, and it was a brutal set. Like, there was one game where I think it went to deuce about 4 or 5 times, and Monfils kept rallying back. But sometimes when he goes aggressive, he can like overplay it, and he starts suddenly hitting it out, hitting it long, playing really erratically. So sometimes it can go against them. And obviously your own player Federer is really experienced, so when he's got set points and break points, sometimes he can like calm down.
What a shot
really
that was!
Precise like that, which is just so that was me winning the set there with Federer's incredibly precise forehand.
Nice,
but it's just a really interesting take, I think, and it really well replicated the intense mental nature of tennis. Number 3, all of the moves are mocapped by actual tennis players. Not by Roger Federer himself, sadly. They didn't have Roger Federer in a motion cap booth. Well, not even a booth.
He's got other things to do.
Like
he's training to win every Grand Slam.
Yeah, but they did the mo-capture on an actual tennis court, not like in a studio.
Cool.
So it gave the tennis players the freedom to do what they would actually be doing in real life, which I think is quite cool.
Nice.
Number 4, there is a huge career mode, which is kind of similar to the career mode they had in Topspin 4. None of the tournaments are officially licensed, but all of them are sort of based on the real life tournaments. So
Gotcha.
there will be a grass Grand Slam.
A grass slam.
Wimbledon. Whatever they're going to call it.
West London Slam.
Something like that. So the ATP Tour will be sort of recreated in career mode, and you can create your own pro and go from the bottom of the rankings right to the top, which is what everyone wants.
You're playing in a bowling alley here.
And this is my last point. There are loads of different surfaces, including the weird wood one, which you never really get. But I just like because it makes a nice sound. The ball makes a really pleasing sound on it. Point number 5 is they had actual architects come in and build stadiums for them because they couldn't study blueprints of actual real life stadiums, which is often how developers make real life stuff if they've got the license for it. Because they didn't have the licenses, they used architects to build them actual tennis stadiums, which I thought was really cool.
Very nice.
But there is 5 things we've had confirmed about Tennis World Tour. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been wanting a tennis game for ages. Let us know in the comments what you think of the game, and please do subscribe so you don't miss anything from the world of PlayStation.